G'day and welcome to episode 1 of the Garage Sessions.
Fantastic.
We're here in the garage with my good friend Ian Date,
Nicki.
wonderful guitar player.
Thank you.
And Ian has just relocated from Ireland back to the Northern Rivers area of New South Wales, Australia. And as have I recently moved back to the Northern Rivers of New South Wales. And so we want to find out a little bit more about Ian and how he started and where he grew up. We used to know each other in Sydney many years ago, many years ago.
We shouldn't say that.
Well, a few years ago.
Last century.
Yeah, we played some gigs around Sydney, and then I went to the US, and Ian went to Ireland. So I want to find out where he's from. Where were you born?
I was born in Casino.
That's down
Just
the
up
road here.
Yeah. My family moved around a bit, and then we lived in Byron Bay.
Lovely.
No, we lived in Dunoon, and then we lived in Byron Bay, and then we moved to Maxville. Then I left home.
Wow.
And
Where did you go?
we went. When I left home, I went to Sydney.
Great.
'Cause that's where the music was.
Right, so you were playing guitar at a very young age then.
I started playing piano. My mother was a pianist.
Okay.
And she, classical pianist, and she graduated from the Conservatorium of Sydney in 1956.
Ooh.
Right, and it was a 6-year degree course then. She played violin and piano.
Fantastic.
And when she finished there wasn't different for women in those days, right?
Yeah.
Opportunities.
Sure.
So teacher, obvious thing to do.
Yeah. Yep.
And they offered her a position in the exclusive private schools, and she said, "No, I don't want to do that. How far out can I go?
Yeah.
And where's the train line end? South Grafton."
Wow.
So she went there on her own, and she
That's
was
incredible.
she wasn't an improvising musician. She was a classical musician.
Yeah.
But she was a good musician. Like, she did 13 years of hard study on that thing, and
Wow.
and
So-
she said, I recently found a little memoir, a few pages she'd written, and she was all about contributing to the cultural desert, as she put it, back in those days, like late
Sure.
50s
Yeah.
in Australia.
Yeah.
And she thought that was her mission, She was
Wow.
going to bring some nice music to country people.
Yeah.
There was no arts organisations then
Right.
of any, I think Music Aviva was doing a bit.
Wow.
Australian arts organisation started after World War II, but
Wow.
it wasn't Anyway, she started me on the piano, and I didn't stick with it. But when I was about 12, she said to me, she took me into a music store and bought me a ukulele and said, "This will calm you down."
And did
So
it?
I did, and I started plunking on this thing, and I loved it.
Yeah.
And she got me this little 5-minute a day ukulele book, and I went through that. And I had all these little pictures of guys playing ukulele and people on hay bales playing banjos and stuff. And I said, and the banjo had already caught my ear.
Ah.
Because I can remember when I was, and like Dixieland jazz had caught my ear. I'd heard it on the radio,
Sure.
TV. I'd seen Louis Armstrong. Now, I don't remember this, but my mum said when he died, I ran in to her and said, which is 1970, I think, and I ran in and I said, Mum, the happiest man in the world just died. What are we going to do?
Oh, wow. That's unbelievable.
That had caught my ear back then,
Yeah. Yeah.
I could still remember that feeling,
Yeah.
listening to the music like that and a swinging beat. It was almost embarrassing how emotional it made me feel.
Yeah.
It's a bit embarrassing. I hope they can't see how that's making me feel.
Wow. Had an effect at a young age.
So, but anyway, I said, "Can I have a banjo?" She said, "Well, I've had a look. Banjos are $70, guitars are $30. You can have a guitar."
Ah.
So
that's
I started
great.
playing guitar.
Wow.
And then when I was about 14, I was at school, and these guys at the high school said, "We need someone our guitar players left." It was a band, and they were playing in bars and clubs and stuff in the area.
Yeah.
And can you learn this material and play in this band? And I said, "Sure." Now, in those days, they had a thing that doesn't exist anymore, and it was called a 50-50 band, right? And this is like early, mid-70s. By the late 70s, it was over, but a 50-50 band would play in a club, and it'd be a 4-hour gig, and you'd do some old-time barn dance kind of music, right?
Wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Whatever was on the radio,
Yep.
right? Some country and western, and whatever you wanted.
Wow.
And for us, what we wanted to play was like kind of Black Sabbath and Deep Purple. So we're playing everything from "If You Knew Susie Like I Knew Susie" to,
Oh,
was crazy,
wow.
you know, and there was no charts or anything. You just kind of learnt this stuff.
You learn on the gig.
You know, we'd learn it and go
Yep.
and do it. And I was, you know, I was 14, maybe 15, around that age, and that's where I started.
Wow.
And then once
you were
I
hooked.
started, I thought, well, this is, and then the teachers from the school would be there getting drunk, and so I lost all respect for them. So I thought, well, there's no, what else can I do after this? I can't go and be normal after this.
No, not at
So I
all.
kept going, and I realised, like in those days, the choices, or what I thought were the choices, were severely limited, you know, because no one in our family went to uni or anything like that, you know.
Yeah.
And so going to uni or something, and no, I didn't want to go and slaughter cattle. That was the other choice.
No, I can't
You know,
imagine you
I
doing
didn't
that.
want to work in it, like changing tyres.
No.
But if I could play music,
Yep.
and then I'd be away from all the people that wanted to bully me.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
could make some, and I could be the, you know, I
Right.
knew when I got on the bandstand it was cool.
Yeah.
I was safe.
You were
I could
safe.
make a bit of dough, and I didn't
Yep.
have to get a real job, and that's been the mission ever since.
I totally get it.
You know, and when I get to the end, whenever, which will be in a long time,
Yeah.
I'll be going, no, I never did anything else. No, I don't know. But having said that, you do a lot as a musician. As
You do.
things. You might do a bit
Yeah.
of teaching. Or
Yeah, and it's
whatever.
always evolving and changing too.
Exactly.
You know,
have to
it's like
respond to changing times.
Exactly.
It's not the same world as we both
yeah,
know.
we both know it. Yeah.
So that was.
Yeah.
Is that too much of a beginning talk?
No,
Do you
I
need
think
more?
no.
I could go deeply into misbehaving and everything.
Well, we don't. We'll get to
No,
the
no.
misbehaving in another episode.
Okay.
I think we want to get to some music. Don't
Let's
you
get to
think?
some music. Let's play something.
Play some jamming and
Yeah, I
you
want
know.
to hear you.
Yeah, let's do
Get
that.
to it. Okay, great.
All right,
All
sounds
right,
good.
Let's go.
Well, we're back
We're back.
for episode 1 of our garage sessions, and I'm here with Ian Date,
Hey, yeah.
and we're going to play a few tunes. I thought what we'd do
Surprise
is
me.
pick an album out of this collection. We were gifted this really nice record collection from a good friend in Connecticut, and we brought it over to Australia with us. So I'm just going to pick this album out right here, and it's the Benny Goodman Story.
Wow, okay.
Ian knows a million tunes, so I know you know all of these tunes here. So just point at a tune and we'll play it.
Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. Okay, that one. What's
That one there
Yeah.
is good choice, Moonglow.
Oh, fantastic. And you're going to sing it, right?
Yeah, I'll sing it. No, we're not going to put it there. We're going to put it right here.
Yeah.
Benny Goodman and Moonglow.
Okay.
Must have been Moonglow, way out in the blue. It must have been Moonglow that led me straight to you. I still hear you saying, dear one, hold me fast. And I started praying, oh Lord, please let this last. We seem to float right through the air, songs seem to come from everywhere. And now when there's moonglow way up in the blue, I'll always remember that moonglow gave me you. That moonglow gave me you. That moonglow gave me you.
Oh, I hear the glow.
You hear the glow.
I can hear the glow.
That was beautiful.
Beautiful.
That's a beautiful guitar. You play it beautifully, of course, but it's got a history. I can tell just by looking at this.
Yeah, this guitar, I bought this in Coogee
Oh, wow.
at a shop that doesn't exist anymore in 1981. The first Archtop guitar I owned. And it's a 1951 ES175 P90 pickup, if that means anything to you people. And it's been everywhere with this guitar, from the jungles of New Guinea to Africa. And
Wow.
I've broken it, I've fallen off stages with it, not intentionally. I had a tuning peg break off in New Guinea,
Yeah.
and I remember going to this guy's hut. It was a hut.
Wow.
And I gave him a month's wages for a tuning peg.
Incredible.
So I could keep doing things.
Ah.
But
It's-
I had to stop using it because it started picking up taxis.
Is that right?
Like radio frequencies. Yeah, they started
You're
building all
kidding.
these rooms with unshielded wiring.
Oh,
And
no.
the guitar acted like an antenna.
Oh,
And
that's
I'd be
crazy.
playing away and you hear 10-4 October, taxi to Bondi. And just so that was it. And so I put it away. But no taxis anymore.
No
right?
taxis, just Uber.
So
no
I can-
talking
I
guitars.
can use
at
it
all.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you are.
There you go.
Do you like Fats Waller? I love his music. He's
I love Fats.
beautiful entertainer, piano player,
Yeah,
composer.
happy guy.
Happy guy.
Happy guy. Bring on the happy guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's play a happy song.
All right. What about that cheeky little Keepin Out of Mischief now?
Keeping out of mischief. I
Yeah.
don't think you're ever keeping out of mischief, Ian, but let's try it.
Okay.
Keeping out of mischief now. Really am in love and how I'm through playing with fire. You are the one I really desire. All the world can plainly see. You're the only one for me. I have told them in advance they can't break up our romance. Keeping up with every vow, oh yeah. I'm keeping out of mischief now. Keeping out of mischief, mischief now. Really am in love and how I'm through playing with fire. 'Cause you are the one I really desire. All the world can plainly see. You're the only one for me. I have told them in advance they can't break up our romance. Living up to every vow. Yes, I'm keeping out of mischief now.
That was very mischievous.
Very mischievous.
Very good.
How do you feel about playing a bit of blues?
Oh, you're talking my talk.
Slow blues.
Oh,
There's one I'm thinking about, and it's the B-side to Peggy Lee's Fever.
okay.
And a song that you don't hear it that often.
Well,
But-
B-sides, flip sides are all
They're all
always
kind of
worth
like
checking
that.
out, huh?
Yeah. You feel like playing it? It's in G.
Okay, don't tell me
So-
anymore.
All right, I'm not going to say a thing.
Count me into something.
A 1, a 2, a 3. I like it so far.
It's good.
You don't know how much I love you. You don't know how much I care. You don't know how much I need you. Without you, life I can't bear. You don't know, baby. You don't know, baby. Don't know, baby. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you can't know how I feel. The flame that you lit is still burning. It's burning down deep in my soul. When I think of all of your hugging and kissing, it's you I wanna hold. You don't know, baby. You don't know, baby. Don't know, baby. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you can't know how I feel. Yeah, it's blues. Yeah, yeah. All of my friends call me crazy for acting the way that I do, but I just can't help myself. I'm still in love with you. You don't know, baby. You don't know, baby. Don't know, baby. No, you don't. Yeah. No, you don't. No, you can't know how I feel. No, you don't. No, you can't know how I feel. You just don't know. Yeah, just like that.
Yeah, just like
That's the
that.
blues.
Rocker. Yeah, 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 yeah. Got it?
In date.
Yeah. Right. There's the blues. Yeah.
Well, it's good to play after so many years, and
I really enjoyed that. You sound
yeah.
great. Where have
Likewise.
you been?
just been
Ran
running
away.
around the world, you know, trying to get better. That's
Trying-
what we're
yeah.
always trying to do, isn't it?
That's
Just
right.
get better as musicians.
Yeah, yeah.
And
That's
it's-
what we're doing.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I thought we'd end this episode with you picking out a record from this collection that we were gifted and brought over from the US. So, and we've got our turntable over here, and we're going to play one
We're going
of
to spin a
your
disc.
selections. Yes,
So I
spin a
just pick
disc.
one.
Yep,
Like
anything
just
at all.
randomly.
Just random record. What you got?
Oh, it's the History of Jazz, Volume 1.
Wow,
How about that?
that's beautiful.
Blue Lou Barker, Ray Badu. Pick a track.
Pick a track.
It's Nasty Attitude. Walter
Great.
Brown, legendary blues shouter, Walter Brown.
Well, that's perfect. But you don't have a nasty attitude, Ian. You have a great attitude.
Oh, thank you. But Walter does. Give it to him.
Thanks for
Fantastic.
joining us. We're going to play Nasty Attitude, the
By
history
Walter
of jazz,
Brown.
volume
There's
of
the
one.
cover. Look at that artful cover. It's nice, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah.
See you next time. Ian Day.
I'm gonna tell you something, baby, and I sure hope you'll understand. Yes, I'm gonna tell you something, baby, and I sure hope you'll understand.
You just don't know. You don't know. Just like that.
What?
Ah.